Are you looking to play with Commander with old cards? Well, you're in luck because today we're going to cover just that in a format we like to call VDH. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for dropping by and your ongoing support. My name is Patrick, host of the EDH Brutality YouTube page, and we should upload Magic the Gathering content and analysis on Wednesdays and Sundays. And that's right, folks, you heard correctly, because today we are throwing out the new and in with the old. However, before we jump right into today's video, a quick and special thanks to patrons like you for making videos like this possible. And if you like wacky synergies or perhaps even old commanders, we've got several perks over on my page to get the most out of all things metal and magic, linked down in the description below. And speaking of old commanders, today we're gonna cover just that in a format I recently discovered called VDH, which is a format designed by the community known as Northern Paladins, which essentially is just modern day Commander with a stipulation, and that is the card pool. In fact, the only cards allowed in said formats are cards ranging from 1993 all the way up to 2003, which quite honestly has me excited. Because for anyone that's been following my channel for quite some time now, you know that I am an absolute sucker for old commanders. In fact, all but one of my decks feature an old commander, and I've got several brews that are entirely pre-modern, or perhaps I should say VDH. Now, I should probably mention that I am not sponsored or affiliated by Northern Paladins in any way whatsoever. In fact, I'm just sharing this format with you all through the love of the game, mainly for one actual reason, and that is I have many decks such as Aisha Tanaka here where it is a pre-modern brew and it's nothing but banding. And I'm speaking about pure jank here because I've got 6 mana 2/5s, 5 mana 2/4s, and of course the infamous Camel. However, whenever I go play such a deck online or even in person for that matter, I'm always met with one of 3 dilemmas. The first of which is the inevitable power creep through game design. If I'm playing old cards, of course, I simply cannot keep up. The second dilemma is with the power of old school Magic. I'm forced to play, well, weaker pods, meaning it's harder and harder to find a game. And lastly, even if I am able to find a game, the entire vibe is ruined as I'm casting spells you would associate with Magic the Gathering, and little Billy on the other side of the table is playing SpongeBob and Garfield. So hopefully by making my viewers all aware of this wonderful yet unique formats, we'll get more players onto the table to relive the true Magic the Gathering experience many of us grew up with.
Hey yo, what the f?
Now, the community that has put this on does have their own website, which lists everything about the format, which consists of deck construction rules, play rules, included sets, banned cards, erotic text or additional effects with a few of the banding lands, as well as a welcome addition of adding back mana burn, which in modern play just doesn't exist, when in reality it used to be a very strategic part of the game that punished players for being too greedy. With old cards being rather expensive, there is one thing to note that I found rather interesting on their site, and that is the fact they state proxies are allowed. And we're not just talking about high quality printed proxies, because they go as far as stating altars are also encouraged. Yeah, there's no reason that you couldn't afford this. I, for one, am very excited to dive into this all, but if you want to read more on the format, Northern Paladins' website explaining the entire format, as well as any other links, will be provided down in the description below. Upon further inspection, it does appear that the community does have their own Discord server for pickup games as well as discussions. And although my personal server is Patreon exclusive, who knows, if you have an old deck and you want to play, you might see me here. You guys should totally join my server, by the way. Invites over on my Patreon page. With that said, it always fascinates me how many hidden formats there are within the game of Magic the Gathering. I mean, I've been making content for quite some time now. I'll go as far to say that my life has revolved around the game more than I would like to admit. And even so, with all the hours and years later, there are still hidden gems I'm learning about today. So is this a format that you all were aware of? If so, what has your experience been with it and the Northern Paladins community? And if not, what has been your solution to playing a vintage style of Magic in a climate where everything feels like the Fortnite effect? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. And of course, if you have any unique and unheard formats that you would like to share, feel free to do so as well. That's gonna do it for me, folks. Once again, this video was not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I'm simply just trying to get more people to play my Aisha Tanaka deck. And ultimately, if that is not through VDH, you're just an individual who wants to play, feel free to reach out and let's see if we can get a pod going. Until then, I'm going to see if I can get some pickups, and if I have any success, you already know they'll be going up on my Patreon. But that's going to do it for me, folks. So as always, if you want to stay tuned for future videos here in the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. So my name is Patrick, host of EDH Brutality. I thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys. Oh, did you guys think I was lying just for the video? Absolutely not. No, I am playing this and we are going to eat this up. Hopefully we can destroy some people with our camel. And yeah, let's see what comes of it. Patreon video coming soon. Or not, you know, if you don't want to watch the Patreon, I guess you always have these other 2 videos on screen. In fact, why not do both? Click the screen or check out the description below. I'm out. Wish me luck.